Hey Virgo, welcome to my channel, welcome to my space. This is Earthchild Tarot. This is going to be a timeless message for each and every one of you, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or wherever Virgo is in your chart. This is regarding your shadow selves, okay? A part of who you are that you may not be aware of, a part of yourself that you may not feel exists, because it's so subconscious, but it does project itself and show itself in ways, unhealthy ways sometimes, or a lot of the time, depending on the wounds that you need to heal from. And these are wounds that you may not be aware of, okay? Things that you may have thought, I don't really think about that. That doesn't really bother me. I'm over that. I've coped with that. I've healed from that. But there may be still, the shadow is always going to be a part of us, right? We can never really get rid of it, but we can learn from it. We can heal using that energy and facing that energy, Virgo. Okay, so we all have light and dark in all of us. And there are parts of ourselves where we feel that we don't want to talk about. We may not talk to our parents or our family members about the things that we think about, or fantasies or certain doubts that you may have. You may not speak to your friends about this, okay? There may be some things that you believe is taboo, or that's just how society makes you feel, right? So Virgo, we're going to go ahead and jump into your reading regarding your shadow self, the shadow part of who you are. And we're going to pull 3 cards from the tarot. The first card out will be regarding what you are repressing in your life at any given time. This is a timeless reading, so this is not about a certain month, a certain time in your life. This is at any given time in your life, okay? And the second card out will be regarding what emotions or what wound caused you, or what trauma caused you to repress whatever emotion or thought or memory that you have been carrying. And then the last card out will be regarding how you can heal. How can you learn from this situation. Okay, as I'm giving you guys this reading, it is Scorpio season. We are under a full moon, and Mars is in retrograde. Okay, sorry you guys, your reading is coming out so late. It's because there's a lot going on in my life personally. It's all good things, but it's it's a lot of change, so I'm a little bit tired from everything that's happening. But anyway, I haven't forgotten about you guys, so this is why your reading is so late, because there's a lot going on in my life right now. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it, Virgo. So the first card we're going to pull is going to be regarding what are you repressing? What is it that you're repressing, Virgo? All signs of Virgo spirit, guys. What are my beautiful Virgos repressing in their lives regarding their shadow work and shadow selves for Virgo? We have the Hierophant. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. So this can be a mother figure. This could be a Scorpio, could be a Taurus. Could be a Pisces or Cancer as well, depending on how you look at the Queen of Cups energy. I read this as Scorpio energy, and we are in Scorpio season, which is kind of funny. But regardless of the zodiac sign attached to these cards, there may be those of you, Virgo, who are dealing with religion or religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs. There are certain thoughts or feelings that you have surrounding your government, how things are run and set up or constructed in your society. This can also evolve around marriage, your perspective of marriage, or your own marriage. And it could involve a Queen of Cups here. Okay? A Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio person. This person could have caused the wound, or whether they've caused it intentionally or unintentionally. But this can also be you as well. Maybe you have a lot of water in your chart, or you deep down inside, you still carry this feeling of maybe regret, holding your cup out to be filled, and maybe it's not really getting full. And maybe that's just how you feel. Some of you guys are repressing your emotions in general because of you don't really express. And if it's not your emotions in general, it can be about, the Queen of Cups can also be regarding creativity. And then you have the Moon card at the bottom of that, and then you have the Ace of Cups at the bottom of that. Look at all these aces. I mean, this water energy, you know, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Then the Devil is at the bottom of that. So it's like there's something that you want. You know, it could be like more sexual energy, or it could be sexual orientation. Maybe you're hiding, you know, your feelings around that because of religion. There's a truth here. You know, there is a huge eye. There is someone who has their eye on you, or you feel like there's an organization or religion that's constantly breathing down your neck, and you can't really be yourself. And again, it could be regards to gender or sexual orientation. This can be regards to just sexual energy towards another person or other people. This can be a repressed nature of sexual energy, but it can all, again, like I said, creativity or wanting something, desire, you know, and that can be with anything, you know, traveling the world, writing a book, opening your own business, getting your dream job, getting a certain degree or a certain form of education, getting accepted into a college, moving to a new country or to a new city, you know, dating more, making new friends, trying new things. And you may feel a bit repressed, Virgo, and again, it could be that you're repressing yourself. It doesn't mean that someone directly is oppressing you. This could be a parent, maybe the way you were raised, and now in your life you may still feel like, I can't really do that. I can't do what I want to do. I can't really be free because of this religion or this person who will be disappointed in the decisions that I'm making. Okay, and I'm only speaking to what I'm seeing in the cards, okay? I'll give you advice later on, and we'll see what the universe says about that, okay? Now let's go ahead and pull a second card, Virgo, regarding what caused you to repress these emotions or this desire or this traumatic experience in your life. From the beautiful Virgos, what caused them to repress this energy of the Hierophant? What caused them to repress this memory or this energy of the Hierophant? Okay, we have the Magician. So there are those of you had a certain talent, or you're very talented, you can generate beautiful things in your life, a very powerful manifestor, King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay, you're very powerful, Virgo, and there may be someone in your life who has tried to kind of dim you down or shrink you a bit, and it could have been a parent or someone who tried to control you. There could be, again, religion, an organization, a society, something here that is, and it could involve a fire sign. I read this as Sagittarius, but it can also be Leo or Aries. I do feel Mercury and Mars energy too. So your communication and your power as a person may have been dimmed down a little bit, okay? I'm sorry, you guys. There's like, I can't wait to get better equipment to film with, because it's just distractions here and there. Okay, but Virgo, there's someone here, someone who's older than you, someone who you look up to or you've been inspired by, whether you're inspired by them now or not. You were inspired by them at some point, if not now. Or maybe if you weren't inspired by them, you just felt like they had a lot of power over you, because there's something regarding an issue with domination, or someone wanting to pull the wool over your eyes or tell you a certain give you some type of knowledge that's actually false knowledge. They had power over you, or that's how you felt. You didn't feel. I just feel like there's a power play here. And this can be within a marriage, someone who really tricked you into believing that they were meant for you, that, you know, they were a keeper, and you felt trapped in a marriage or in a relationship for a very long time. Or you just got trapped into a commitment a long time ago, whether you're trapped in it now or it was back then. And this person with the King of Wands, this is not somebody who, when it comes to trauma with the King of Wands, I don't trust this person. This is someone who is all over the place. They are not rooted. They are not grounded. You know, especially with the Magician here, this is someone who, very beautiful person, very intimidating, very fiery. Like they exude confidence in your eyes. But I just don't really see. I just see a false sense of a false persona, a false person, a false mentality, a falsified existence. This is what this person, or this person, place, or thing is telling me right now for you, Virgo. And it could be in the form of religion, education, a way of thinking, a way of living, the way you were brought up, and feeling that you don't really have power of your own. It's not something that you feel exists inside of you. It's something that's external to you. And as long as you're working towards that, you will feel like you have something to hold on to. But, you know, the Magician card, this is someone who has magic. It's already built inside of them. They were born with this. That's what I'm seeing for you, Virgo. Whatever that is. Or an idea that was born inside of you. And maybe there's someone here who's making it seem like, you know, it's not good, you know, or saying that it's like false, or making it seem like it's their idea, and, you know, and not your idea. It's interesting what I'm seeing here. So let's go ahead and see, Virgo, how you can heal this wound and how you can learn from this situation in your life. For my beautiful Virgos, how can they learn from this situation and heal these wounds within their shadow selves? We have the Four of Cups. So there is something regarding prayer and meditation here, really grounding yourself. Because you see that Ace of Cups at the bottom, at the top of their head there. You need to keep your eye on the prize, Virgo, because there's someone here who wants to distract you, or there is an organization or a group of people or society, whatever, religion, I don't know. There is something here. Some of you guys may struggle with religion because you just feel like, you know, you're just a kid, that God, or there is a being up there that's more like a kid with a magnifying glass over an anthill, you know. You feel like you're in a room with a kid, a big kid, and you're the toy. You know, you have no power. They do whatever they want with you, right? And this can be how you feel about life. King of Wands again. So there is definitely someone here, or this is you, Virgo. Once again, like this can be you, your energy. For those of you who have Sagittarius or fire in your chart, because you've carried burdens, you've carried a lot here. And there's someone here, they could be a Taurus, they could be a Scorpio, okay, Pisces, Cancer. They could have those placements in their Mercury or their Mars, or you just have there are certain placements of Mercury and Mars that you really need to embrace within your personality, especially when it comes to your power and being a go-getter and going after what you want, and really standing firm with that and communicating that with yourself and to others confidently. This is, and also, you know, Mercury, I feel like it's like having the tools, right? Knowing that you have the tools to create whatever it is you want to create. We are all co-creators with the universe. It's not that God or the universe is just creating for us. We are creators as well. We are gods as well. Gods are gods and goddesses as well. So Virgo, what I'm seeing here is that you have some meditating and some praying to do. You need to sit with yourself and really hear your own voice, because I feel that there is someone else or other voices from other people that's in your head still telling you, you can't do that, you can't go there, you will never amount to this, you're never gonna, you know, You can't be that beautiful. You can't be that attractive. You can't be that powerful. Like, nobody is. So what makes you think that you are? And it's, you have all of these cups, you know, in front of you, but the one thing that you want, it's, the universe is saying you can have it, Virgo. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, because it seems like the cups that have been given to you, the prayers that you've been praying are the wrong prayers. They're the wrong cups. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify these cards, you guys. Ooh. Yeah, you've been left desolate. You've been left, there's someone here who's a player, someone here who has definitely, they could be a Cancer, just saying. But there's someone here who offered you a cup or offered you something and you felt like, no, this is the way. But it's not. It's not. And this can be also, again, Virgo, this does not have to be something that's actively occurring in your life now. This can be a long time ago when you were a kid, you know, and you're still carrying that, okay? Let's clarify the Hierophant regarding what you're repressing here. Clarify the Hierophant for my beautiful Virgos. Clarify the Hierophant for my beautiful Virgos, spirit guides. For their energies they are repressing. The Fool, yeah. Because with the Hierophant, there is no such thing as taking a leap of faith with the Fool. There is no foolery. There is no doing what you want to do. There is no, and it could be there's a spirit guide or a deity here for some of you if you believe in that kind of thing, or if you follow a certain religion or a certain path spiritually. There's a spirit guide here or a deity or your creator who's telling you, just trust me and take a leap of faith, because whatever's being taught to you within your religion or within a certain belief system or government or society is false. And you have to trust yourself. You have to trust, you have to trust your creator here, because there's someone here who has a lot to say, a lot to preach, a lot to give, but it's not contributing to your growth and abundance and prosperity. It's contributing more to their growth and abundance and or they're not growing, but their abundance and prosperity, and leaving you feeling desolate, feeling like you don't have any other choice. But there are those of you, you may need to take a leap of faith here and leave something behind. Yeah, Two of Pentacles, you've been juggling. There's something about your priorities here, Virgo, where you're just kind of like, do I do this or do I do that, or can I do both, or can I choose both, you know? That's a lot. Let's see here about the Magician card, you guys. Why is the Magician card here for my beautiful Virgos regarding their repressed emotions and wounds and memories for Virgo? Magician. High Priestess, once again, there's some secrets here. There's someone who is, again, they're not being 100% truthful. And you can feel it, Virgo. There are those of you in your, maybe it's in your family or a friend or a colleague or something that just doesn't sit right with you. And there's that eye again, right? Like you had the Hierophant, it had that one eye, the third eye, and then you have the High Priestess. So there's definitely something that is more than what it seems. Or it's not what it seems. Seeing in the dark. There's someone who, or something here in your life that keeps you in the dark. And it could be about your self-esteem. It could be about anything. Marriage, a relationship, a friendship, a family relationship, where you're just kind of left in the dark most of the time. And you don't feel like you're getting the truth. You're not getting the whole truth. And that bothers you, whether you realize that it bothers you or not, whether you show that or not. You have the King of Wands again, and then you have the Ten of Wands. So I feel like there are those of you, you're definitely dealing with a Sagittarius, but others of you, you could be dealing with an Aries or a Leo, or you have this in your chart. This is just like false information or a falsified. This is a person who is just false. That's what I'm getting here, Virgo. But your intuition is telling you of your power, is telling you, your voice, your inner voice is telling you, no, you're right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong about this at all. You're absolutely right. But then there's a part of you that's like, but what if you're wrong? You know? So let's go ahead and clarify the Four of Cups. Let's see what the Four of Cups is speaking to you guys about regarding how you can heal. How can Virgo heal using the Four of Cups? How can they heal from this wound? How can they heal this wound here, or from this trauma? Ten of Swords, you got to end it. It's done. Whatever this is, again, religion, a religious belief, a spiritual belief, a path that you've been on, an education, a degree that you've been pursuing for years and years. It's like, it's done. It's not going to serve. It's not serving you anymore. It never will. And if there are those of you who are, you're trying to convince yourself like, no, this, you know, or if there's a marriage or a commitment of some type of like a family commitment, a friendship, like whatever, a living situation, if it is not, because if it's not serving you, it's just not serving you. You're just going to be left here bleeding out, right? You're going to be left desolate, Virgo. And if, you know, there's something here that is just, it's just not healthy. Tower. Then we have the Ten of Cups at the bottom of that. Then we have the Hermit. That's you. That's Virgo, right? And then we have the Empress at the bottom of that. So you know, and then we have the Seven of Swords. So there's someone here who's lying. Could be a mother figure. Could be, like, again, there's Taurus again with the Empress. So this is really hindering you from really standing in your power, Virgo. Whatever this is really hindering you. And you, there again, this is shadow work. So there are those of you who probably haven't even thought about this, didn't even think that this was even a thing for you. But with the Tower card and the Ten of Cups here with the Hermit, you really need to spend time alone and listen to your inner voice, your own voice. Don't listen to the voices that are tainting your voice and telling, you know, trying to speak over your voice. You need to let this change happen. Because the Tower moment, I feel there are those of you, it may have already happened, and it's just going to happen again until you just accept it and let everything crumble and let everything die so that you can have this Ten of Cups moment. Okay, and the Ten of Cups is not necessarily the most comfortable feeling for everyone. The Ten of Cups, yeah, it's not, but it's not going to be a fake Ten of Cups, you know, because sometimes the Ten of Cups can feel a little fake and too good to be true. This is going to be a situation where you will feel like this is too good to be true, and you're going to feel tripped up, and you're going to feel like, maybe, but if this is truly what you want, Virgo, like in a real way, you have to let the Tower moment happen. Because even the Ten of Cups is still an ending, but it'll be a happy ending, but it's also a brand new beginning. You know what I mean? Let the Tower moment happen. Stop trying to, you have to choose one or the other. Stop juggling. You can't hold on to something and then expect more to come in. You have to let go. You have to sacrifice something. Am I making sense? Okay, so let's go ahead and see here, Virgo. We're going to pull some oracle messages, just 2 oracle messages, and then we're going to bring your reading to a close. Okay? I normally like to read this deck, but I'm just going to let my intuition tell me what this, what each card, or what this card is speaking to you about. But I normally like to read these cards because they go pretty deep. Also, the link, or not the link, but the oracle decks and the tarot deck that I'm using will be in the description box below for those of you who are interested in ever purchasing these cards or just curious about the cards, okay? So let's go ahead and see. For Virgo and their shadow work in their lives, let's see here. Measurement. I don't know why, but I just got measure their ways. There is something about the good, the bad outweighing the good here. Is there more damage that's being done? Or is there more healing and improvement being done and accomplished? There's a lot of math and a lot of thinking and meditating and praying that and analyzing that needs to go into this situation, Virgo. This is not something where you're just like, oh, I see what's happening. And some of you, maybe it is, because there are those of you, if you're deeply intuitive, if you're deeply, like really, really empathic, and you know your soul's been like, this is not good, you just need to get out of it, fine. Because it seems like you have already done the measurements, you've already done the work in analyzing everything. But there are those of you who have not really analyzed this situation. You haven't been paying attention to it. And there is some deeper knowledge or there's some BS here on a deeper level. There's some shit here that just should not be overlooked. In whatever this situation is that needs to end. And also, I also get the sense with this card that somebody is doing too much math on this. Like they say, the math ain't mathin'. There's, once you find out the math ain't mathin', why are you still trying to do math? Okay, why are you still trying to figure out how can I make this work? No, the the thing is that none, this situation will not work with the Ten of Swords here. As far as how you can heal and improve from this, it's done. Just leave it. Stop trying to wake a dead horse. It's dead. It's not going to wake up. It's not going to move forward. It's dead. It's just done. Stop trying to, if the house is burned down, stop trying to live in the plot. Like, stop trying to live on that. Like, just leave it alone. It's time to rebuild. It's time to reconstruct. Just let it be burned. Start fresh. Stop trying to do more math. Do the math if you need to, but once you get the sum of the equation and you get your answer, move on. That's what I'm getting from this card, okay? Bottom of the deck, you have transformation. You have that swan or that crane there. So there is some deep transformation here, Virgo. This will change your life. That's all I'm saying. It will change your life if you go through with this change and this ending, whatever that means for you. And again, there are those of you may feel like, no, like being married is important. I don't want to end this. I want to commit to this, right? But there's deep down inside, for good and goddamn well that this is not for you. You're being held back. Okay? Leave it alone. All right, last but not least, let's pull a card from the Prism Oracle deck for you, Virgo. For my beautiful Virgo spirit guides. For their shadow work and shadow selves. Let's see. Balance. I see this as Temperance. I see this as Sagittarius energy. They're like, that's again more Sagittarius energy. You have a certain idea about someone or something, but they're bringing more of an imbalance to your life and your journey as a soul and just as an individual. And you need to cut out the fat so that everything can be brought into balance. Okay? Don't juggle multiple things. Pick one, move on. That way you have more room and more space to bring in more luggage or more luxuries or more beauty into your life, more blessings. Okay. Much love and light to all of you, Virgo. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, Virgo.